Hey, good morning. Welcome in, everybody. My name is Laura from Tenacious Taurus Tarot, and this is going to be the general daily collective message for Friday, September the 13th. So stick around, hit that subscribe button. You're not going to want to miss this message. Don't forget to like the video, comment on the video, and share the video, especially if the message is resonating. But the world card was so very prominent in my channeling this morning. And so let's talk about the number 13. It represents death. Friday the 13th has been feared for many years. And so let's talk about the number 13 because we are completing some type of massive enlightenment journey with the world card. And so pay attention to the fixed energies in your birth chart. But let's talk about biblical tradition when it comes to 13. There was 13 guests that attended the Last Supper that was held on a Thursday, including Jesus and his 12 apostles, and one of whom, Judas, betrayed him. And of course, the next day on Good Friday, the 13th, that was the day of Jesus's crucifixion. So let's go a little bit further with the number 13, guys. Friday the 13th spelled doomsday for the Knights Templars as well. And so on Friday the 13th, King Philip of France arrested hundreds of Knights Templars and sent them to their persecution, to their execution, because of what I believe a lot of false accusations. And so the world card is saying there is an intricate dance in the energies. This intricate dance of life is never ending, and things will keep repeating over and over and over again in history until we learn the karmic lessons and we stop repeating the negative vices of our ancestors and of the past. And so I truly believe the Knights Templars were here to bring a lot of good into the world, and King Philip arrested them on all kinds of various illegal behaviors, false illegal behaviors. And so really, I feel King Philip just wanted the Knights Templars money and resources. And so because of that, many of the Knights Templars were executed. And so we kind of have to shift our consciousness. And so the awakening journey asks us to go into the dance of the collective consciousness of the fourth dimension. And so the fourth dimension is where resides all of this collective consciousness. And so in order for us to rise above and ground in 5D earth or above, we have to sift through the baggage of the collective consciousness. When we cross over, that is where our consciousness resides, is in the fourth dimension. We can all tap into these higher dimensions, but we do have to realize that this is what we came for. We did come here to create new earth. We came here to create and ground heaven on earth, to create a new heaven, to create a new earth. And that is what the world card is asking us to do. And so what in your life needs to be transformed, needs to die away this Friday the 13th, so you can step into this energy of a new mind and a new body. And so we kind of have to transcend the labyrinth of the mind and the collective consciousness in order to ground in these new higher states of truth. And so when we have this renewed sense of ourselves, this happens through study, through spiritual practice. That old order will change. And so history keeps repeating itself. We keep crucifying those that come here as prophets to share the truth, to share God's messages. And so in order to embody new earth, old order does have to be worked through. It has to be understood. And we got to stop repeating the old order. We've got to come up with a new plan. We've got to come up with a new outlook. And only then will new earth energies truly prevail. And so we are here to bring forward messages of inspiration to the world. That is what the twins came here to do. And we are here to seek unity. We are here to unite the earth with the higher collective conscious mind, which would be Uranus. Okay, so let's talk about the astrological energies that are coming through. And so we've got the moon transiting through Capricorn today. I did just notice 444 on the timer. And so remember, as you go through this emotional upheaval, this spiritual awakening, this spiritual purging, we are all divinely protected. And so we have the moon transiting through Capricorn today. It's going to be sextile Saturn. It's going to be squaring it up with Venus in Cancer. Is Venus in Cancer? I think it is. No. Yeah, it is. No. I'm not sure. I think Mars is in Cancer. Don't quote me on that. The moon is going to be trine the sun, and it's going to be trine Uranus, okay? And so this energy is screaming at the collective, hey, find that balance. You need to find that balance when it comes to your emotional needs and your practical everyday life responsibilities, right? Because spiritually we have emotional needs, but we can be awakened, we can be enlightened, and we still have to have practical responsibilities like doing laundry, which I'm doing right now on my third load of laundry. So you are likely being called to look at your innermost desires. What is it that you desire the most? What are your temptations that are holding you back, particularly when it comes to romantic relationships? And so I do feel there's this energy of a new awareness coming in when it comes to new desires, and there might be a lesser attachment to some previous wants or desires. And so how can you confront your fears in the energies today and confront your illusions? How can you break free from what no longer is serving you? And so the World card, very prominent with the King of Wands for me, and the Death card and the Fool card. And so there is a deep need to create emotional balance in your life. And let's face it, change is inevitable. The only thing that is certain in our day-to-day life is change. And so how can you find the courage to embrace change, to embrace uncertainties, and maybe any new opportunities that lie ahead? And so in order to reach the ultimate goal of self-awareness, we have to be willing to release things that are no longer serving us. And so there's some type of an emotional liberation, I feel, happening that might bring in some new sudden insights, that might also trigger some very significant changes in your life. And so how can you take action when it comes to embarking upon a new adventure? And so this new adventure is asking you to be honest. It's asking you to have an open mind and to be grounded in integrity. And so I do feel we are about to enter a very fertile collective period of time, of creation, of abundance. And so how can you just surrender and say yes? Say yes to the new opportunity. Say yes to manifesting through your own personal leadership, inspirational qualities. That was a huge download. So let's get into it with the cards, guys. Let's see what else needs to come through for a message today. We're going to start off with the Star Codes Astro Oracle deck. That's what I'm guided to use today. So let's get at it. Let's see what else needs to come through for the collective today. There's some very challenging information coming forward, but this is saying it's time to take action. We get the square, we get the semi-square, and the quincunx card. And so I do feel a Page of Swords energy and almost like a magician, masculine energy coming through. So you could be this masculine. You could be tapping into your inner divine masculine. We are both masculine and feminine. We have a logical side. We have an emotional side. And so get ready to face some type of opposition, some type of very tense situation, and it might revolve around communication, but this is going to trigger some type of action. So Aries energy, you could be an Aries, you could be dealing with an Aries. The reading is not sign specific, guys. Remember, the cards are not here to tell you what to do. I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm just here to kind of help nudge you in the right direction. So take this reading and all readings just as a sign to step into your power to create the life you want. We got a jumper though, and we got the 6th house sustainability. And so the 6th house, guys, the 6th house is your day-to-day life. It's your career, it's your health, it's what is sustainable when it comes to your day-to-day life. And so we can't keep repeating these cycles of being suppressed. And so when you're in a dead-end job and you go to work day in and day out and you embrace the mundane, and you're not happy, there's something here screaming about, hey, it's time to take those steps towards healing. Is your day-to-day life bringing you joy, bringing you happiness? Because if it's not, it's time to shift your focus. It's time to maybe embrace a new way of being, a new way of living. We get the Chiron card, we get the healing card, and we get the Pinnacle, which is the energy of creating heaven on earth. That is what I feel there. And so we all can tap into these higher energies, but there is a long-standing burden here that I feel needs to be released when it comes to somebody's healing journey. Look at that. And we get the North Node energy. So we've got some really, really big energies playing out in September going into October. We're going into eclipse season. We are going to have basically a North Node eclipse. And so we're going to have a full moon eclipse in Pisces. And so if you are a Pisces North Node, you're going to be going through a North Node eclipse activation. If you are a Pisces South Node, you are going to be going through a South Node eclipse activation. And so get ready to be future oriented. Get ready to be propelled forward on your path. And this is divinely guided. This is fated, destined energy. And so it's time to heal that core wound. So many in the collective are going through like a self-identity crisis. It's the energy of the divine why. It's the crossroads. It's the pivot point of healing. And so where do you need to take those steps to really go towards healing, to go towards your purpose, to go towards your calling, to go towards your karmic pathway? And so hold the vision. I do feel there could be a confrontation. There could be an energy of you going head to head with somebody here, connected to some type of an illusion to break you free so you can go towards a new alliance within the spiritual community. Let's read the Chiron card, because we do still have Chiron retrograde in the sign of Aries, and this is affecting all of us. It doesn't matter if your Chiron is in Aries or not, but there is a golden opportunity here to heal. And so when we allow the pain and the troubles of the past to become our greatest gift, to turn it into wisdom, then we can fully ground in compassion in the present moment. And so there is a situation here, I feel, that is going to set off some very touchy past memories. And so if somebody's poking you, they're there as a catalyst to show you where something still hurts. And so somebody's poking the bear is what I feel. Somebody's poking the bear. And so shrapnel can hurt just as much as the initial wounding. And so take this opportunity to heal. I do feel it's time to go forward. And so we all have familiarities around us. We all have these old stories that we carry with us from past lives. And so if an old pain keeps getting triggered, if somebody keeps poking you, it's because the situation needs to be healed. And so we don't heal by running from our triggers, although I do encourage you, if something is triggering you, click off. But we don't heal if we don't address the triggers. And so usually a catalyst will come on our path and create more troubles than we've expected, because they're there to poke the bear. They're there to poke that wound. So you can lay down a burden. And so there is something here very troubling, I feel, when it comes to somebody's day-to-day life, that sixth house. So okay, we're going to read out of the book for the sixth house. I'm just going to take a quick peek. And so this is daily work. This is your daily vocation. This is maybe a career that you've been longing for. But where you put your mind to is where you're going to create your day-to-day life. And so I do feel a nervousness here. If you're not happy in your day-to-day life and you're nervous, if you find yourself spiraling in chronic anxiety, this will be very taxing to your health, because the sixth house is all about health. And so there's something here about working through karma. I feel working through karma. And let's face it, your day-to-day attitude is really what makes the difference in your life. And so if you wake up and you're like, oh my God, I don't want to seize the day. Oh my God, another day, another dollar. Or do you wake up and you're like, yes, today's my day. I'm going to go get it. I'm going to go hard. And so really, there's something about your mentality when it comes to your day-to-day life. Look at your daily habits. Look at your daily habits. Where do you need to invest in good self-care? So I'll tell you about my daily habits. So my North Node is Leo. It's in my sixth house of my day-to-day habits. And I'm a Mars in Leo, which also sits in my sixth house, my day-to-day. So when we went through those retrograde energies, when we went through the Mercury retrograde energies, where it went from Virgo to Leo and back into Virgo again, now that it's moving forward, we're almost out of the post-shadow energy, I put in a new exercise regime. And so I've been getting up every morning at 5 a.m., between 5:30 and 6 o'clock. I'm ready and I'm doing a high intensity workout for 30 to 45 minutes every morning. And let me tell you, that has changed my entire mindset throughout the entire day. I'm happier. I'm feeling more fulfilled. I have energy all day long. And so how can you create a healthy day-to-day environment? How can you maybe make healthier decisions when it comes to eating? And so I just feel there's something here saying, hey, worry gives way to all kinds of illusions. So there might be an illusion here in your day-to-day life that makes you feel like you're taking care of business, but you're not furthering your goals. And so I've heard it many times from many people. Why does this keep happening? Why does this keep happening? I'm doing the work. I'm doing the work. There's something that you're missing when it comes to doing the work, where you're not really furthering your goals. And so we all have the ability to create a beautiful life for ourselves, to create a beautiful, sustainable income and a life where we pursue healthy work-life balance and happiness. But there's a need to recognize where you're keeping your soul suppressed when it comes to your day-to-day life. And so maybe take a deeper look at what needs to be healed so you can step into creating your own heaven on earth. And so this is about the future path. This is about the North Node mission. And so get ready to break free from some type of an illusion here, guys. But let's go further with the tarot cards. And let's dig in with the Archangel Power Tarot cards today. Oh my God. 5 of Ariel on the bottom of the deck, which is the 5 of Coins, 8 of Cups. This is about walking away from a lack mentality. So what is it that you need to walk away from? It might be a career. It might be a career path, but this is about doing what you know is right for you. Nobody gets to decide what's right for you. And so if you're facing a lot of challenges, financial challenges, if you're facing a lot of negative thoughts, self-worth challenges, you and only you can create the life that you want. And so when we keep spiraling into negative cycles, negative thoughts, then we do create a self-fulfilling prophecy that's going to keep us in this lack of consciousness, this lack mentality. And so the 8 of Cups is saying, hey, you are on a spiritual path. There is something more fulfilling awaiting you, but you're going to have to walk away from something. So you know what it is that you need to do. It's your spiritual quest. So you're kind of at the midway point there with the 5 of Pentacles, and 5 is tangible earthly energy. So let's go a little bit further here, guys. Let's do 9 of these cards. Let's see what needs to come through. Remember that this reading is not sign specific. I will call it zodiac signs that I do feel need mentioning. If you would like to book a more personalized reading from me, check out the description box below. Check out the comment section below. There you will find the link to the webpage to book in with me. Also, I want to quickly mention there is a membership side of the channel now. If you would like to become a channel member, check it out, okay? Go check it out. I go live every Thursday at noon Eastern Standard Time. I pull cards into all of the zodiac signs, what Spirit wants you to know in that very moment. But let's talk about these energies. We get the 7 of Swords, or the 7 of Michael. We get the 7 of Gabriel in reversed. And we get the Wheel reversed. And so things are feeling very challenging. It feels like there is a delay when it comes to a new beginning here. We get the Magician in reversed. We get the Emperor is the central energy. We've got a Divine Masculine coming through. That's the central energy. We get the 6 of Coins in reversed. We get the Knight of Coins in reversed. We get the Fool. So a leap of faith is going to be required. And we get the Solution card. We get the Temperance card. And so we got 9 cards on the board. And I see 6 of them are majors. And so the divine is in control here, guys. The divine is in control when it comes to a certain situation that might be lacking efficiency, that might be lacking stability. On the bottom of the deck, we get the 7 of Raphael, which is the 7 of Cups. And so the first thing I notice is 777. 777, seventh heaven. There is something here being divinely guided when it comes to standing up for yourself, when it comes to standing up for what it is that you believe in. And maybe you're lacking confidence to step into your personal power. That's what the Emperor is asking. So you could be a divine masculine. You could be dealing with a divine masculine. You could be harnessing your own inner masculine energy. But it's going to take strength to cut through some type of an illusion here is what I'm feeling. Yeah. And there might be some anger too. There might be some anger here coming through when it comes to some type of self-manipulation or self-deception. And so there's a better way here. I think somebody is recognizing, hey, there's a better way. There's something better available. Maybe somebody thought, hey, I got to do it all alone. Working all alone, doing it all alone usually isn't the best solution, isn't the best answer. And so, yes, we got to stand up for what we believe in, but we can't be so guarded and walled up that we don't let anybody in. And so there's a review of some details going on here. And I do feel indecision. There's this chronic indecision when it comes to embracing change, but this change is going to bring in happiness. There's a delayed new beginning here. And I do feel you do have the ability to manifest any life you want, but you got to believe in it. And so somebody here doesn't believe that they have what it takes to go towards a successful new beginning. And so I feel this Emperor energy is saying, hey, you're your own block. You are your biggest block. I also feel somebody here is maybe worried about not getting their material needs met. Let me tell you something. Spirit will always, always provide for you in the most unexpected, miraculous ways when you heed the higher calling, when you listen to the divine and where they are pushing you to go towards. And so there's a solution here. There's a need to find a solution. I do feel somebody here might have to give to somebody that they took from, that they never actually reciprocated with. But I feel there's like this inability to plant a seed, this inability to recognize, hey, there's a lot to accomplish here if I choose to take charge. But I got to believe in myself. I got to take a leap of faith. I got to trust that success will only come when I reach a certain level of compromise. And so self-control and patience is going to be needed here, and forgiving and healing energy is what is being asked of this Emperor. And so I do think it's time to make a decision. It's time to be clear. It's time to be honest. It's time to come from a place of integrity. It's time to take action towards what it is that you really want. Stop confusing the universe by giving the universe mixed signals. And so the universe doesn't really hear your requests. They respond to your frequency. They respond to your energy. And so somebody here is in need of a major detox, and it's going to take strength. It takes greater strength to forgive than to harbor anger and bitterness towards somebody. And so I do feel this is about moving quickly. I think somebody is angry. Somebody is saying, hey, if I don't choose something right now, I might miss out on an opportunity. I think there's going to be sudden, unexpected changes. I do feel there's a lot of overwhelming emotions boiling to the surface. And I do feel somebody is really concerned about a situation that isn't serving them. And they're going to use anger as a fuel, I feel, to release some type of an attachment. And maybe it's releasing some type of an attachment to an outcome because there's resistance to moving on. And it could be resistance to moving on from a situation in the past that caused you a lot of heartbreak. And so this is about consideration, I feel. Consideration. I think somebody here really can't see the light at the end of the tunnel, but I feel this is the energy of putting the past to bed. Putting the past behind you once and for all, because there is a lot to be grateful for on the journey. There is always something to be grateful for. And so you and only you can choose to bring relief into your life. There's some truth that needs to come to light. And I do think there is the promise of a very rewarding future after a bunch of delays and challenges. So let's clarify this Emperor card. Oh, I picked up all the cards and look at what stayed on the table. The Two of Gabriel in reverse. So I do feel there's an Emperor here that is really hesitant on making a bold and ambitious choice. And so progress is only possible when you take charge of a situation. So let's get 3 cards and let's clarify this Emperor. Knight of Cups in reversed. Five of Coins. There's that lack mentality. Eight of Cups. And so I do feel there's so much resistance to admitting I made a mistake. Somebody here, I think, made a mistake when it comes to a committed romantic relationship, and they might have abandoned somebody, left somebody out in the cold. They are so resistant to going back to something that they walked away from, even though they know that's the right thing to do. I do feel, yeah, somebody here is so afraid of giving up their independence. And so dreams are not being fulfilled for this divine masculine, for this emperor. Could be an Aries. It doesn't have to be. But I feel this masculine is at a point where they know they got to release something. There needs to be a release. It's like, hey, the wind is getting knocked out of this person here. And there's a lot of things that I feel are leaving this masculine's life, not by choice, because they are not taking action. And there is a need for them to walk away from a certain situation and to make an unexpected choice in love. So we've got a divine masculine here that might have a choice between two. But this is about a deep emotional commitment. This is about pure unconditional love and some type of spiritual union. And so the Two of Cups. You know, relationships are supposed to be two people dedicated to one another, dedicated to creating a beautiful life, a beautiful union, a life together where there is interdependence. There's this kindred spiritual energy coming through with this Two of Cups. And so I feel there's a masculine that gave up on a situation, might have given up on somebody that they loved. And there's a Queen of Coins here that I feel is withholding an offer or her cup of love until this masculine has the strength to come forward with some type of an apology. And so there could be an opening, a doorway opening for a beautiful new positive emotional experience. But I do feel somebody's going to have to follow their heart. And I also feel on the flip side, there is a very psychic queen energy coming through that is very understanding, giving, and empathic, that's receiving some type of psychic information as a new beginning in love is being withheld. I do feel, yeah, there's this energy of like, there's a struggle. There is a struggle here. Because I do feel there was some type of missed opportunity. And somebody here is really struggling with a lot of outside opinions. And let me tell you, nobody's got to live your life but you. You are the only one living your life for you. It doesn't matter what other people think about the choices that you make. You have to be happy with the choices that you make. And so there's a masculine here that needs to lay down a burden before action can be taken. So I do feel somebody here needs to lighten their load. They need to lighten their load. They've definitely been people pleasing, and that's no way to guarantee success in your life. And so it's time to take action. It's time to take action towards a brand new beginning. And so there is some type of an awakening going on here. This is the start of a brand new life, but you're going to have to find your purpose. You're going to have to find your drive to take action, to release the past, to step into the future. And so forgive yourself, be compassionate with yourself, and trust that it's time to take those next steps forward. Let's close this off with a spiritual journey oracle message. And let's see what else needs to come through. You definitely could be dealing with a water sign. I feel Leo energy, air energy, fire energy. We get Aries, we get Gemini, Virgo, we get Aries again, we get Temperance, but there is an opportunity for a new beginning. And I do feel there could be a divine masculine here dealing with some type of catalyst. And so there's going to be a major redirection when it comes to the twin soul path. So how can you take this time, these energies, and refocus? Because this is about choosing to live life consciously. You can go through life and keep saying, oh my God, why does this keep happening to me? Or you can shift that thought and be like, wow, this is happening for me, to recognize something here. And so this is all about choosing to live consciously, making conscious choices, and realizing that you truly do create the reality that is right in front of you through your thoughts, through your emotions, and through the actions that you take. So what's the closing message? Manifestation. The manifestation of your purpose. That's what's going on here. So remember, we are here to demonstrate compassion and love, and to show that externally for everybody, right? Even the people that have hurt us. And so how can you embrace compassion and forgiveness? Because I do feel there is some type of twin soul union being made manifest. And all of these negative energies coming to the surface, this over emotional stimulus, the mental stimulus, the physical uncomfortableness, is all a negative impact of clearing the lower timelines. And so hold the vision, keep your eyes on the prize, because there is going to be a new opportunity being presented. And so all you got to do is walk through the doorway of this expansion. All you got to do is walk through the doorway of this new experience and this new abundant cycle. So what do you need to detach from in order to step through the doorway of this new cycle? Because there is a higher power at work here. There was a lot of majors. There is a higher power at work. So how can you release that tight grip with that Four of Pentacles energy? How can you release that tight grip and trust that Spirit is guiding you towards the next cycle? So just trust, okay? Just trust the energies. And that's kind of what I got for a message today, guys. So I hope this helped. I hope this resonated. If you would like to book a more personalized reading, like I said, check it out down below. I'd love to get that booked in for you. And I certainly do look forward to seeing you all again next time. Thank you.